I know it's me. What can I say? So today I want to talk about a late reaction to the September 1st ban list. And I'll have to say my first reaction was... And then, to be honest, I'll give it to my friend Steve. He kind of took my eyes and said, listen, just look at it again, keep looking at it, and think about the game, think about dueling, and think about why you haven't played in 4 months. And I haven't played in 4 months because I thought the game was getting ridiculously fucking too similar. All the new decks that were coming out, it was getting fucking ridiculous. This whole Dragon Ruler deck that I literally, when the Dragon Ruler deck said it was coming out, I dropped my cards and said, fuck this game, I don't want to ever play it again. Because watching the combos online, I literally just was, like, I was mortified. I couldn't fucking believe how quick this deck really was. And I said, fuck this. This is ridiculously stupid. I don't want to play this. And, I mean, Mirmel's and Fire Fist were kind of annoying. Sorry, Zach, you fucking prick. But, unfortunately, Mirmel's and Fire Fist to me were actually the same kind of deck. It's just one was fire, one was water. And that sucked because I really liked the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But besides it burning a hole in your pocket, now it was getting way too similar. First off, if there was one card at least that I would defend being on the ban list, the new one now, would have to be Solemn Judgment. The reason why is because at least Solemn Judgment, you had to pay at least half of your life points. Paying half of my life points fucking sucks. The only time it's not bad is when you're down to literally 500 life points left, somebody activates Dark Hole, you're about to fucking lose, and you go Solemn Judgment, now you're only down to 250. Whereas in the beginning of a duel, if you have to use it, you go from 8,000 to 4,000. You're like, fuck! But, okay, I guess, you want to be, it's whatever. But that's really the only card I'll defend. Like, hitting card destruction, it does, I think, kill some decks like Dark World. I also never liked Dark World, and I think Dark World had their chance to be up, but Dark World just... I thought the deck was a very inconsistent deck. I've played it myself multiple times. I have a Dark World deck, and I've never found a good combination that I actually can say I thoroughly liked. I would literally win one duel out of 3, and I'd always lose the match. But that's the only card I would defend. I am a Six Samurai player as well, but I do like that they hit Gateway, because in this new format, with Gateway, if they never would have hit it, Six Sands would have been way too fucking broken, and I could have honestly seen them being tier 1 easy deck, and everyone would have said, fuck this deck, it's retarded now. Bottomless and Compulse going to 1, I was a little like, what the fuck, you gotta be kidding me, but what I like overall about this entire list is it does slow the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Down. It reminds me of here, now you can focus more on decks, and they can, like, I made a Macro Rabbit deck for the sole fact that I could just continue to compete. My favorite thing, I hate that they got rid of Monster Reborn, because I think Monster Reborn was, I mean, it's a very powerful and overpowered card, but it's whatever. You can still live without it. What I like about this new list is I used to be a huge Chaos Dragon user. Learned a lot of the combos, learned how to get the deck going, loved everything about that deck. The problem with Chaos Dragon was at times it could be too slow. Back row fucking killed my deck. You run 2 Torrentials, 2 Bottomless, 2 Deep Prison, 2 Compulse, fucking Solemn Judgment, 2 Warnings. I literally couldn't get anything off. I had to run 2 Royal Decrees, 2 Tributes just to be able to try to compete. It was too frustrating, and the deck just wasn't good enough for me. Now with Compulse and Bottomless, Deep Prison all being at 1 and 2 and shit, it does slow the game down. It does make Chaos Dragon be able to come back competitively. But my favorite thing of all is Blackwing. I loved Blackwing. When I got serious about Yu-Gi-Oh! 2.5 years ago, I got Blackwing into it, and I built that deck literally from scratch. Loved everything about it besides it burning a hole in my pocket, but I loved the deck, and I thought it was tremendous. But I also want to say, that on my Twitter, I've even said it today, that I would defend this deck, and I will defend this deck, and for the rest of the time being, it'll probably be about Blackwings. One, that deck in this meta, in this format, needed to be fucking broken. Because that deck had potential, but the deck was not quick enough. With one Whirlwind, there was no, it still wasn't fast enough. People had Heavy Storm, MSTs, a lot of fucking cards that could literally kick its ass. I do like that it's at 3. I liked when they put Kalut at 3, but people still said that, well, you know, Blackwing players can make a comeback. Not necessarily, because Kalut was good, but Kalut, I felt like Kalut is a great trap. It's a great hand trap. Like, I'm going to attack you, get over something, or you attack me. I used to do it all the time and just drop a Kalut and boom. Having Whirlwind at 3, I thought the deck completely needed it. And I think even with the slower format, I think it should be perfect. Personally, as a Blackwing user, I would love to see 2 Gale. I would personally probably use 2 Gale, 2 Kalut, 3 Whirlwind. Again, it could be overpowering just because of Gale's effect, and Gale's ridiculously good. I do like that they're bringing back an older deck like that. I think it's great. Now that Blackwing also has a lot of cards, like Incubus Attack, that can go over a lot of other cards and destroy things, I think it's a perfect deck now for this new format. I think it's a perfect deck to make a comeback, and a legitimate comeback. I never thought the deck was too overpowering, especially nowadays. It can synchro up the ass really nicely and all that, but it's other trap cards that are specifically Blackwing. It's specific with Blackwings. A lot of their trap cards you can use now. I think it's anti-reverse Delta Crow or something. It's a trap card. Literally, all you need is one Blackwing, and you can destroy your opponent's trap in Magic. And I think now, because of Heavy Storm not being there, the deck can use a card like that now. And you have more room to completely to fuck around with this deck now. I can add some things I really necessarily would have never added before, because I used to run like a turbo version of the deck just to make it go as quick as fucking possible. 3 dualities, I wouldn't use 3 dualities. I'd still only use 2 max, because duality has fucked me at times. So I'd rather not use duality sometimes. But I used to use the whole Vayu and try to get Vayu as quick as possible in the grave, be able to synchro and just try to beat stick and just beat down my opponent as quick as possible, and that would rarely happen. But my reaction to the ban list is, at first I didn't like it. Now I actually like it. I think it's going to be interesting. So I'm a little excited to maybe give it another shot again, and maybe make a comeback into Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, maybe make a comeback, because I was in semi-retirement with Ever Dueling, focused on other things in my life, and school's coming back. But I personally think this could be a very good thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm excited to see what happens at the next YCS. I want to see what top decks. I still think Mirmel's and Fire Fists can still be up there. I understand, Zach, I understand your deck got hit. And I understand, Griffey, your deck got hit, but it's still a compatible deck. You can still compete. You just have to think creatively on how to get over things now. And I think that's the best part, instead of, I'm just going to drop a Heavy Storm, fuck your back row, or I'm just going to set a Bottomless, a Compulse, and a Warning, because I still have another one of those in my deck now. Now that's no longer the case. At first, when I saw him hit Warning last time, I was a little like, what the fuck? Now, everything has slowed down, and decks are going to be more creative now. And I'm glad to see that happening. So I'm excited, and hopefully this isn't my last video for a while. I think I should be making a deck profile of another Blackwing, and I want to get my Chaos Dragon up here. I wanted to get a lot of my decks up here, but I've just been too fucking busy. Sorry. Deal with it.